What is up, everyone? All right, so this is a very special live stream, and I am super excited to be doing this. I am just going to wait for people to jump on for a minute, and basically, what I'm going to be talking about in this live stream is I'm going to be talking about my goal for the puck stops here, and I'll be sharing a new idea that I've been working on, which will allow me to serve you and the goalie community even better. So that's what I'm here to do. Welcome to the stream. What's up? How's it going? Again, welcome to the stream. If you're just tuning in now, again, this stream is just for me to talk about what I think the future of the puck stops here is going to be, and this new idea that I've been thinking about for a really long time that I'm finally able to do and share with you guys. So, like, since I started the puck stops here, I've always been thinking of ways that I can help goalies improve their game, and I'm excited to say that I finally figured out how I can accomplish that. So that's what this is going to be. I'm just going to wait for a little bit longer to get people on the stream. How's it going, everybody? I'm using a TV, just so you guys know, as my monitor. So if I'm like looking around, it's because I have this screen in front of me. If I turn it around, it'll disconnect, so you won't be able to see. So if you see me looking around, it's because I'm reading comments and I'm just looking at myself. I wish I could see you guys, but anyways, how's it going, guys? What's up? I like your sweater. Yes, anyone who hasn't seen yet, if anybody doesn't know, it is the last day to get these hoodies. If you want it, go to tpshstore.com right now to get these hoodies. I love it. I bet some of you guys have already got it. So anyways, yeah, guys, I'm just waiting for a little bit more people to get on the stream because it is a super big announcement. I am extremely excited about what I'm about to share with you guys. I've been thinking about it for a long time, so I'm extremely excited. So I just want to wait, make sure everybody's on who wants to be on before I get started, just because I would hate for somebody to come in halfway through and be like, what is he talking about? So I'm just going to take a look at the comments. Who's all here? Where are you guys from? Write in the comments where you guys are from. I'd love to know who I'm talking to and what part of the world you guys are in. So what GoPro do I use? I actually have them right in front of me. I'll answer that question real quick. I use the GoPro Hero 4 for both behind the net cameras, and then I have this session, which goes on my helmet. So those are my questions right there. I headed to a game now, but I'll watch after. Yeah, hopefully you guys win. Tree Bender, that's awesome. Good luck in your game. Hey, man, thanks for helping with goalie tips, man, even across all sports. Were you the one who asked me, Tyler, about soccer question? I did my best, if that was you, to relate how to play positionally as a goalie on the ice. But he was, I guess, asking as a soccer goalie, and I did my best to try to explain it. But Pennsylvania, what's up? I really feel like I'm going to pronounce your name wrong, and I don't want to. But is it Jorge, or is it? I don't want to pronounce it wrong. If you can spell it out so I know how to pronounce it, because I don't want to spell it wrong or say it wrong. But Pennsylvania, Michigan, what's up? These are actually made in Michigan. So shout outs to Michigan. You guys do good work. UK, wow, what time is it in the UK where you are? That's awesome. Nebraska, St. Louis, Missouri, Island, Rangers, Giants, Yankees, and Gardens fans, New York, what's up? Cheers from Boston. Ooh, Boston, how's it going? Philadelphia, Illinois, North Dakota. I was just in South Dakota on my RV trip. That was pretty cool. BC, Canada, represent. What's up, Turbo? I'm from Ontario. Nice. That's where I am from. I'm surprised only one of you guys are from Ontario. Illinois again. Hershey, yes, I was. It helped a lot. Oh, no problem, Tyler. I'm glad it helped. 2 a.m. Oh, my gosh. I feel horrible because what I'm about to share, I don't want you to miss it, but I also don't want you to stay up super late. So I hope that you don't have to get up tomorrow because I don't want you to miss it. I really don't want you to miss it. So Indiana, not fun. Yeah, right. Worcester, Massachusetts. Awesome. All right, guys. So I think I'm going to jump into it. Welcome, everybody. I was just in Nashville, Tennessee. That's awesome. I'm from Ontario, Ottawa. Ordered a hoodie, but I wish you had them in extra small. I could ask if you ordered one, Brenda, and you want an extra small. I'll find out, and I will ask them. If I can get an extra small, I will definitely get you an extra small. If not, I think the small hopefully will still fit. I don't even think that the material is so good. I don't even know if it would shrink in the wash, especially with all the patches and stuff. So hopefully, if I can get you an extra small, I will do my best to get you an extra small. Maryland, go Capitals. And then anyways, yes. So here we go. You're welcome, Brenda. All right. You said it wrong. What did I say wrong? I probably said some things wrong. Guys, I'm really not the greatest when it comes to pronunciation, however you want to even pronounce that. Okay, so I'm going to jump into this for everybody. So again, for anybody who tuned in after I started, first thing is I have a big monitor in front of me, so I might be looking all over the place. I made a few notes because I didn't want to forget anything, so don't mind me if it looks like I'm reading something. But for anybody who doesn't know already, this live stream is because I want to share an idea and kind of what the future looks like for the Puck Stops here, because it's been something I've wanted to do for a really long time. And it's a way that I think I can actually serve the goalie community even better. And because since I started this YouTube channel, it's always been like, I've always been thinking of how can I help and serve you guys more. I know I make my videos and I do my like breakdowns when I let in a goal, but what else can I do to provide you guys even more value? And that's kind of what I've been thinking about and want to do. So that's basically it. And let me get right into it. But before actually, wait. Before I jumped into it, sorry, I know I'm kind of all over the place sometimes, but before I jump into it, I want to know, let me know in the comments, do you guys have any idea what this might be? Is there anything that you wish or you've asked me in the past? Like, oh, Sam, could you go and do this? Can you help me with that? What do you guys think it is that I'm going to be doing? Because also at the same time, my idea in my head might be the best idea in the world. But ultimately, if you guys write a bunch of comments where it's like this, that, this, and that, then I'm going to make sure to help and do that for you guys. So first couple things, I signed to the Steelers. No, this isn't anything. This is an announcement about me. I didn't get new setup. I love my equipment. I'm not changing it. But Alex, yes, it is kind of a big announcement for me because it's been something I wanted to do for a while. But it's something that I'm going to be doing for you guys, actually. It's something that I want to do that will provide more value and help you guys get better. Guess it's some kind of training camp, goalie camp. That's a great idea. I think I would love to do that. Unfortunately, like all of you guys have listed where you're all from, you guys are all over the place. I don't know how I'd be able to do that. So this is a way that I'll be able to actually help you guys out. So, okay. I'm gonna let you guys keep writing your notes in the comments or your ideas in the comments. If you do, feel free to just write ideas out there because I truly do want to make something that's going to be amazing. So, but while you guys do that, I just want to give you guys a little bit about kind of like my backstory. I think some of you may know, but some of you may not. And this is kind of like, this is why I want to do this. And I think it's important for you guys to know. So basically, sorry, I have my notes here. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. All right. So now if you didn't know, okay, my goal when I did start the Puck Stop here, like I said, was to help goalies across the globe, like believe that if they put their mind to it, they can accomplish anything, both on the ice, but also in life. For anybody who listens to my podcast, you'll probably hear more like on ice, but also like life kind of lessons that I've learned. That's my goal. I love sharing my experience. So before, like I said, before I get into my idea, I just want to tell you a little bit more about like my background, share like a story with you guys that I think will make everything make sense. For you guys that didn't know, I grew up in a small town called Bolton. It's in Ontario, which is in Canada. And I started playing hockey when I was 5. And for like the first 10 years of my hockey career, I played within Caledon, which is like the city of where Bolton's in. And I played for House League, I played for Select, I played for Single A, I played for Double A. And basically in those 10 years, I jumped around between like A and Double A, back and forth, back and forth. And like at the time, I really thought that I was like, I never really thought that I was good enough to play higher than that because in Caledon, the highest level you can play at was Double A. So when I got to that point, I was like, okay, like this is the highest I can play at. I didn't know that there was other teams out there, like higher divisions and higher levels. But I also that's what I played, Double A, Single A, jumping back and down. But now when I actually turned 16, so I was playing for about 10 years, they actually merged the two age groups together. So it was me trying out against goalies who were actually a year older than I was, and they already played on that team the year before. So because that happened for both the Double A, Single A, and Select teams, I ended up going down to Select, which is 3 levels lower than Double A. So it was like House League, Select, A, which is Single A, Double A, right? So I went from playing like Double A all the way down to Select, all because they merged these two like age groups together. So I was playing there, and now I was 16. So at this point, like I was like, okay, I'm playing Select. I guess I'm just not good enough to play Double A or to play Single A anymore. And after my 17th birthday, I realized like I'm going into my last year of high school, which is also going to be my last year of competitive rep hockey. Because I thought at the time that the college, the college I was going to, I knew didn't have a hockey team. Sorry. So I was like, okay, well, I did at this point hear about other players playing AAA. Like I was like, maybe I should try out for a AAA team. I would hate to go back, like to not try out for a AAA team, look back and regret it. But at the same time, I was like, I probably won't make it. Like I just didn't make a AA team. I was playing select for a year. From select to AAA is 4 levels of difference. I'm like, I'm not going to make it, but you know what? I don't want to look back with regret. It's my last season. So I asked my parents if I could. And because at the time they were very nice and they were paying for all my hockey expenses. So they were buying me my gear, or that was like the first year I actually had to, like, I bought my own gear, but they paid for everything else, travel expenses, league fees. If we went on to tournaments, like they paid for everything. And I, to this day, I'm very appreciative that they did that. And I know that I'm very fortunate because not everybody has that for them. But so when I asked my parents, like, can I try out for this AAA team? My mom looked into it and she found out that it was a $50 per tryout fee. And like at the time, $50 a tryout was expensive. Like even to this day, paying $50 to go try out for a team, that still seems pretty expensive. And when I told her, she was kind of like, are you sure that you want to try out? Because like, not that like we weren't wealthy or anything like that. We were living like we were comfortable, but like we didn't have just extra money to spend like that. Like especially $50 per tryout. There were 4 tryouts that they were listed on the schedule, and it's like that's like $200 that you may or may not make this team. But luckily she said yes, and we went. So I was there, and it was like the first AAA tryout that I've like ever obviously been to. And from what I remember, the ice was full of goaltenders. Like I've never been to a goalie only tryout. That's to give you an idea. Like when I go to tryout for AAA or for AA and single A, there's only like 5, 6, 7 goalies. I think there was probably like maybe 50 goalies there. Like I can't say for sure, but like I'm pretty sure I remember there was just like at every door before I went on the ice, there was just like 10 goalies lined up. And then I remember being on the ice and it was just littered with goalies. And I've never experienced something like this. So like I've had this immediate rush of doubt. Like, well, you know what, Sam? I told myself, I'm like, you're here. There's a lot of good goalies out there. And you know what? Just have fun. It's only one tryout. Work your butt off and just have fun with it. That's just what it is. So I did my best. And like I said, I still remember how many goalies were there, including actually at this time, I was playing on my high school hockey team, and I was actually the backup. There was another goalie who played, and he was a starter, and he was also at this tryout as well. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, he's already better than me. There's only 2 spots available, and there's like 50 goalies trying out for these 2 spots. And if this other goalie is already better than me, that means there's only 1 spot for me to make. And I'm just like, okay, this is definitely just going to be fun. Like, that's it. I just have to have fun. So I did my best. I got off the ice. I got undressed. And the way you found out whether or not you got cut or you made it was you walked to the front and they had like a list of all the names of the people that were coming back. So I go out and I'm full expecting like not to be on that list. And I'm looking. And because my last name starts with an M, I'm near the bottom of the list. And I see my name and I'm like, oh my gosh, I made the first cut. That's amazing. Like I felt awesome. So I looked at my mom and I was just like the biggest smile on my face. And I told her, and we were both really excited. But then I knew like, oh man, that means I got to come back. That's another $50. And like, I mean, when you go to something like that, you think it's just a cash grab. Like there's so many goalies there. Each goalie's paying $50. If there's 50 goalies, like do the math. It's a lot of money. So you don't think that you actually have a chance to make it. You think they're just trying to collect money for the season. But my mom asked me, she's like, are you sure you want to come back? Like, is this something that you really want to try? And I was like, yes, I do. I don't want to regret not giving it my all. So we went back to the second tryout. Luckily, she said yes. And this time it was about half the amount of goalies that showed up. So there's probably like 25 or so. And again, it was a full goalie only like tryout. There were some players obviously who were shooting on us, but it was goalie only. And it was me, the goalie from my high school, and 23 other goalies roughly. So again, same thing, worked my butt off, had a ton of fun, got changed, and then went out to the front again. And I look on the sheet, expecting not to see my name, and scrolling. And my name was on there again. And I was just like, this is crazy. There's no way that I'm going to make this team. But even the fact that I made it through the first 2 tryouts, like that was enough for me. I was like, cool, like that's awesome. But I still want to come back. You never know what can happen, right? I don't think I'm going to make the team, but I enjoy hockey so much that this will just be a fun experience to remember. So I looked at my mom. We talked on the car ride home. And because now at this point, she spent $100 for me to go to these 2 tryouts. And there's still no guarantee that you're going to make the team. They still have like 12 goalies to go through. And I am thinking like, I'm not going to make it. It's going to cost my parents $150. And that's it. Like nothing comes from it. So that's just what happens. But luckily enough, my mom's like, okay, cool, let's go back. Like clearly she can tell I wanted to go. So we went to the 3rd tryout, and there was, like I said, about 12 of us. And I mean, I had a little bit of a glimpse of a hope. Like I was thinking like, okay, there's still 12 goalies. The high school goalie who I play with, who starts, is still here. But really that means I just need to be better than the other 2 who are also coming back. So I knew my chances were slim, but I didn't want to look back with regret. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to do my best like I've done, but I'm going to prepare for this tryout to be my last. I'm not going to prepare. I'm not going to mentally think I'm going to make it. I'm just going to prepare for this to be my last tryout. So again, put it all out on the ice, have a ton of fun. And I left exhausted. Like I'm telling you, like I'm not used to playing at that level, especially going from select. Again, it's 4 levels difference. So it was like the hardest I ever worked. Got off the ice, got undressed, and I almost didn't even want to look at the sheet. At the front desk, I was just like, there's no point at me looking at that sheet and be disappointed. I just know that I did my best, and I'm going to walk away with my head high. And then obviously, like they recognize, like they know all the goalies coming in and out, because there's always like the same like girl or woman, sorry, who's there with the list. And she looks at me as like, don't even look at the list. And she's like, okay, I guess we'll see you in a couple days. And I look at her, I'm like, what do you mean I made it? And she's like, yeah. I look at the list and there's my name on the list. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm coming back to the final tryout. Like, this is crazy, but also this is expensive. Like, oh my gosh, Mom, like, I don't know what to say. Like, this is literally the last tryout. We've already come this far. I know it's another $50. And if I don't make it, like, I think I even remember like promising to pay her back if I didn't make the team or something like that. I don't know. But ultimately, like, she agreed, and we came back to the 4th tryout. So here I am at the final tryout. It was me, the starter goalie for my high school team, and like 4 other goalies. I think they cut it down to 6. So here we are. And this time now they actually had the players who made the team, because they did separate tryouts for the players and the goalies. So this is the first time I've actually seen the caliber of players that I'm going to like be up against during this tryout. And it blew my mind. Like, these guys were good. I've never played with AAA players before. So I was like, all right, here goes nothing. And I did the same as last. I tried my hardest. I got out. I got undressed. And this time it was a little bit different, though. This time you don't actually go out and see your name on a sheet or something. You actually do a one-on-one with the coach and your parent, or parents if both of them are there. My dad was working a lot, so it was just my mom. So I waited in the change room. And some of the goalies got called, and waiting. And each call, like, it felt like it kept getting longer and longer with each goalie that went into that room. It was like the rest locker room. And then they came back, grabbed their stuff, and left. And the next goalie was longer and longer and longer. And eventually it was the other goalie who I played with in high school. And right off the bat, I'm like, he's going to make the team. He's better than I am. So I'm already just like, okay, he's going to make the team. Now, I couldn't really tell from the other goalies' faces because we weren't all in the same change room. So I didn't know, if the goalies from my change room made the team, and I didn't know if the goalies from the other change room made the team. People literally, they just grabbed their bag, brought it to the front, go into the ref room, have the conversation with the coach, and then they leave. So you don't really know whether or not people have gotten cut or made the team. So I waited and waited, and that other goalie who was started on my high school team, he finally came out of the room. It felt like, I'm telling you, it felt like forever. And I looked at him and I was like, did you make it? And he looked back at me, and I was surprised when he told me no. And I was like, oh my gosh, if he's not going to make it, then there's no way I'm going to make it. Like, I know I was cut. And in that moment, I actually felt relaxed, because I was like, well, now I know the answer. I don't need to worry about it anymore. I know that 100% I'm not going to make it. So I think I just sat there, and I was just like, okay, like, I already moved on, and I was already like, okay, well, I guess I could try out for the AAA or the AA team again, the single A team. At least this year I'll be the year older, so I'll probably have a better chance at making. Like, I was already at this moment gone. Like, I was just like, I know I'm not making this team. That's fine. I'll move on. So another goalie went, I think, before I did, and then finally it was my turn. So I went to the change room. And I waited there. My mom was in there, and usually like my mom and I, we talk a lot. Like I can talk to her for days. And I think I remember in that moment not really saying much because I was still nervous. I was still anxious, and like I was just didn't know what to say, because at this moment, like I feel like I wasted her $200 and her time, because we were driving from Caledon to Richmond Hill, which was like 45 minutes. So it's like the home arena was further than any arena that we ever called our home rink before. So I just didn't want to feel like I was wasting her time and her money. So I didn't really say much. And then the door opened and walked in the coach. And now for some of you guys, you may or may not know, but to give you some perspective, the coach's name is Dusan Kralik. You may or may not have heard that name. And if you Google it, you'll see he was the head coach at the time. But he's worked with like Connor McDavid, Jonathan Tavares, PK Subban, Zach Hyman, and many other like NHL players and prospects over the years. Like he specializes in like power skating and breakaways. Like he knows his stuff. So here he is sitting across from me, and he sits down and he looks at me, and then he looks at my mom, and then he looks back at me, and my heart was like starting to race, because like he just, like the anticipation of him just really not saying anything but looking at us, and like I don't know if he was trying to read me or what he was trying to do, but he looked at me and I was looking at him, and he asked me something that I did not expect. I was just kind of like, I was expecting just like, all right, you made it or you didn't make it, like just that's it. But he looked at me and he asked, he's like, why haven't you ever tried out for this team before? And I was stunned. Like it caught me right off guard. I was just like, and immediately I was like, well, I gotta be honest. Like I don't lie about things. I try to be as honest as possible with everybody I talk to. And I was like, because I didn't think I was good enough. And to this day, like I'll never forget what he said. He leaned in closer and he was like, he looked at me straight in the eyes and he's like, you should have been here 6 years ago. He congratulated me on making the team and then he left. And I was like, what? I made the team? I should have been here 6 years ago? What? And then all of a sudden it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like this whole time I didn't believe in myself. I didn't think I was good enough to make a team. And I have this gentleman, this coach, who trains with professional NHLers, telling me that I should have been there 6 years ago. 6 years ago. If I was there 6 years ago, I just imagined all the opportunities that I could have potentially had. I could have probably been in proper showcases. I might have ended up on some scouting like list or radar. I might have been at some tournament. You know, who knows what opportunities could have come from being at AAA or playing AAA for 6 years. That would have been my 7th year. Like who really knows? And so in that moment, I realized like maybe I should believe in myself more, you know, like, and maybe I shouldn't just judge myself based on one other coach's opinion who cut me from AA or the other coach from single A, you know? Maybe I should dig deep down and believe in myself regardless of the situation, regardless of what I'm facing. So from that moment on, that's what I did. Regardless of whatever it was, I was trying out for a team that I didn't think I was going to make, or I was building something you guys don't know, but I built like custom fiberglass like subwoofer speakers for my old car that I used to have, or, you know, creating a YouTube channel and reaching over 10,000 subscribers, whatever it was, whatever it is that I said, like I wanted to try. I never once after that moment doubted myself, regardless of how crazy that idea was. I just always then believed that, you know what, if I put my mind to it, I can accomplish anything, but only if I put in the work. And that quote actually comes from Back to the Future, which is my favorite all-time movie. It's on the helmet behind me. And that's where that quote comes from. If you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. But they always left out the most important part. And this is something that I added to it, which is if you put in the work. So that's kind of what I believe in. And I wonder, like, do you guys agree? Like, do you guys truly believe that if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything? If so, write in the comments, let me know if you guys agree. Because I truly wholeheartedly believe that if I put my mind to anything, I can accomplish it. And that's only because of that experience making that AAA team. So let me know if you guys believe that. Let me know in the comments below, or I guess to the side, if you truly believe that. And yes, fiberglass work is fun. That was totally a great experience for me. I made these really cool big subwoofer boxes. My dad at first was like, I don't know if you should be doing that. Maybe you should hire somebody. After I did the first box, he helped me with the second one because he's like, oh, I see what you're doing. Like, I can help out. So I'm just reading some of the comments here. I totally agree. I've learned to never doubt yourself at anything. I put my heart and energy into being a goalie, just like you, Sam. Good stuff, buddy. Shaggy hair. Yes, I totally agree. That's awesome. All you need to do is work, but too many people are too lazy. I agree too. I think a lot of people think it comes easy, and that's why I always, when I mention that quote, if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything as long as you put in the work. That's something that I like to stress and really want people to understand. Yeah, it's all about the work. So as I say this, you might be wondering, well, okay, how does this story help you? Like, how is this something that's going to benefit you guys? And like I've mentioned, once I started this channel, I always had this hope that like goalies around the world, which you guys are, and it's super exciting, would come and learn from watching my games. But I never thought like I was good enough, which is why I actually didn't start this YouTube channel until later, because I didn't think like, well, I never played like really, really high end. AAA was it. Like AAA was the highest I ever made it. But to kind of go back with that other story real quick, I went to college for 2 years, didn't play any hockey for those 2 years. I probably gained a little bit of weight, but I came back and there was tryouts for a junior C team in Caledon. And I was like, you know what? Why not? Why not try? I haven't played in 2 years. I still have all my equipment. Let me go try out. And similar experience. Like I totally didn't expect to make it. There were other goalies who were still playing and they were really good. And I ended up making the team. And the only reason I didn't play was because my work schedule was way too busy. I got the call. They're like, okay, you made the team. Are you able to commit? And I was just like, you know what? I can't commit to junior C hockey because I have to work. I have to pay off my student debt. And the schedule based, I was working in set like films, and it was like 12-hour days. There'd be no way I could make any of the games or practices. So unfortunately, I had to say no. But the same idea. And similar with this YouTube channel, like I know that I didn't make it or play at any high level, but I was still hoping that I can hopefully provide value for people who watch my videos. And that's what I did. And that's why I started posting videos like 3 years ago. And here we are. 3 years later, I have you guys who come and watch my videos on a weekly basis, monthly basis, or you're just new to the channel, welcome. And I appreciate it. And I always am thinking like, what can I do more for you guys? Because you guys have given me motivation to keep going and to get better, because you guys hold me accountable. Because if I don't work on my glove, which you guys have seen over the last couple of videos, and I keep getting scored on glove side, I know that I'm going to see in the comments on how I need to improve it. And if I don't listen, then I'm just hurting myself. And I've noticed over the last couple of games, which I haven't posted yet, they'll be posted soon. I've been working on my glove, listening to your comments. I truly do listen and read all of your comments. And I've been working on my glove, and I have to say I haven't been beaten glove side like I've been beat, like where I've dropped my glove and it beats me. So I'm really excited about that, and I can't wait to show those games to you guys to see the improvement. So I hope that my videos have helped you. Like, has anybody here like found my videos to be helpful? Like if yes, let me know. I really do appreciate it. You can put a thumbs up in the comments or something. I really love getting comments from you guys, and even direct messages where it's like, Sam, thank you so much. You've helped me tremendously. Like, I don't know how to thank you. You've helped me fix my butterfly. You helped me fix my blocker saves, or help me learn how to do a T-push or a shuffle. All those comments I love and appreciate. So thank you guys for sending those. Please continue. If you guys ever feel like you can't reach me or can't send me a message, like I want you to DM me, do a good comment on YouTube, whatever it is. Like I read them all. Sometimes I don't have the time to respond to every single comment, which I wish I did. But I love communicating with you guys. And that's why I want to do something to provide even more value for you guys. So if you've ever found like my videos have helped you, let me know in the comments. And also, do you guys enjoy the instant replay and breakdowns of my videos? Do you guys like, I know that was something I added once I got the helmet cam, because I realized I was able to actually talk to you guys. Do you guys enjoy that? Like, do you really love when I break down the goals against? Because that's the way I learn. And I'm hoping that you guys are the same. So communication is key, 100%, Anthony. Thanks, you inspired me to be a goalie. That's awesome, Dr. Duck. I don't know what your real name is. That's a great like username. And I'm glad I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. I hope you do. Sam, thank you so much. You've helped me tremendously. Like, I don't know how to thank you. Thank you. See, I love that I'm able to help you guys. And that's why like I really want to do more and more for you guys. So if you guys have gotten any value from that in any way, I'm glad. And that was my goal. So I'm happy to hear that you guys are getting that. So with that all being said, I know that was kind of a long like introduction to my idea that I still haven't shared with you yet. But with that all being said, let me just jump into it. So like, are you guys still interested? Do you want to hear what this idea is? Because I'm really excited about it, but if you don't want to hear about it, that's okay. That's fine. I can keep it to myself. I don't need to share it, but if you do, let me know. So like, let me know in the comments. Let me see if if anybody doesn't want me to share this, but if you want, just write yes in the comments. And okay, let me see some of these comments here. Helps watching other goalies, seeing what he does. You're legend, Sam. Just be yourself, dude. Nothing more. Thank you so much. Definitely the breakdowns help the most, even when you break down what the other goalie did wrong. I've always questioned about whether or not I should do that because I would hate to like criticize them, especially because I know a lot of the goalies watch this, but also B, from my end of the ice, it's really hard to see what they do. So it's hard to really commentate. So I'd have to do that voiceover after the fact. So maybe I will start doing that. So Anthony Carter, drum roll. I do, yes. You're not starting a Patreon, are you? No, Dom, I'm not starting a Patreon. In fact, actually, I'm actually surprised that you asked because I have one, but I never promote it. I always just figured I'd put it up there, and if anybody wanted to shoot me $1 a month, it's there, but I never promote it because that's not what I'm looking for at all. I'm not looking to start a Patreon account. Big announcement, are you pregnant? No, I'm not pregnant. I don't think I'm physically able to get pregnant. Again, tell us, yes. Okay, guys, I will stop delaying. So this is what I was thinking. Imagine if there was a way for you, if you were struggling with a certain save. So for example, I was struggling with my goals, like, my glove save. Imagine if you were struggling with a similar problem that I've been, or butterfly, blocker, whatever it is. Imagine that you kept getting scored on the same way over and over and over and over again. Imagine if there was a way that I was thinking that you guys and myself could go to a place and watch only videos that are specific to that save or that goal and how you can work on it. You know, like I said, I have a terrible habit of dropping my glove even if the puck is going up top corner. But I have been working on it, and like I said, I'm going to be posting those videos because I'm excited about showing you guys how much I've improved my glove. But so imagine if you can go and watch all the goals, okay, that I've let in glove side, and then listen and watch the breakdown, as well as have a written breakdown of what I did to improve so I didn't actually let that goal in. Would that sound like something that you guys would want? Like, is that a great idea? Do you guys like the idea of being able to literally, like, every goal that I let in glove side, you can go and watch just those. You don't have to watch the entire game. All the goals I let in blocker side, you don't have to like go and watch my goals, like all my games. You just go and watch those. Anything 5-hole, deeks, odd man rushes, all that stuff. If that's something that you guys want, let me know. Say yes, you're interested in the comments so that I know this is, because this idea I've been thinking about a lot lately, and I'm like, I don't know if people actually would want this. I know I would, but I'm just one person. Like, I want to make sure that if I'm going to spend a lot of time and energy, which this will take to do, I want to make sure that you guys want it. So I'm seeing a lot of yeses. Great idea. Okay, good idea. Sounds like a lot of work. Yes, it's definitely a lot of work. If anybody edited this video, you know that it's a lot of work. But like I said, my whole goal of the Puck Stop here is to show you guys that anything's possible if you put your mind to it, as long as you put in the work. And especially when it comes to goaltending, you can't get better overnight. It's something you got to work at. So I'm willing to put in the time and energy to create this for you guys, if it's something that you guys want. And clearly it looks like you guys want, like, are interested in it. So if that sounds pretty awesome, let me know for sure. All right, so that's basically in a nutshell my idea. And like the way it would work is this. So rather than posting all of these videos on YouTube where it can potentially get lost and they're not, it's a little bit harder to navigate and try to find exactly what you're looking for. What I was thinking was actually creating a website, a site where you can go in, you can log in, and you'd be able to go and watch all of those videos with the breakdowns, with the bullet points, with everything that I can do to help you guys improve on glove saves, blocker saves, based on my current video footage. So this way here, again, you don't have to watch my entire games anymore. You can go in there and right before a game, if there's something that you know that you've been struggling with, you can go watch those save selections and then remember it when you go into the game, like, okay, that's what I need to do. So it's like my goal is to be the ultimate place for goalies like you and me to go and to learn through actual game footage. Because the one thing about watching NHL goalies is that I wish there was a way that I can only have the camera from behind the net, because I would love to just watch the goalie only. Like if I could, I would have it set up like NASCAR where you could choose what camera angle to watch, and just watch that. I wish they did that in the NHL. I would always just watch the goalies because you could learn so much from them. So that was my idea for this website, as well as hosting like monthly Q&As where I'll be answering like on a live stream similar to this, where I'll be answering goalie specific questions. Or if you guys have a question that I don't have the answer to, I'll go and find it and figure it out and come back with you the next month with those answers. So that's kind of like my idea. It's like a hub for you guys to go to so we can continue this communication and work towards like creating the ultimate place for goalies to go to learn and stuff like that. But that's not it. That's actually only stage 1 of 5 that I had in mind for this website. Like that's just stage 1 because that's something that I can do in the like immediately. That's something like I can literally take the footage I have right now, cut out all the goals, put it on there, and video like break down all the like why it went in, and then make a written form for you guys to read as well. And that was just that's stage 1. Stage 2, on the other hand, is kind of similar, but this time what I was thinking is I would actually create longer form videos and breakdown. So I would take a lot of the saves or goals that I let in that are similar, and I would show them just so you guys can see me in different situations letting in the same goal. But then I would show you guys what I did to improve it in the same video with a more descriptive, detailed breakdown. Now, the reason why that's not going to be in stage 1 is because that will take longer for me to do. And my goal is to have this ready as soon as possible so you guys can start using it right away. So I'm going to do this in stages. So stage 2 will be more long form, detailed orientated breakdowns of those goals against, as well as other things that I noticed. So for example, stage 1 will be all the goals against. Stage 2 will be more elaborate goals against, but then also videos that I don't normally show, or sorry, things that I do in a game that I don't normally show, like T pushes, shuffles, power slides, like butterfly slides, things that I do that necessarily don't make the edit because maybe I didn't end up getting a shot on me. Maybe I did something, I made a really good recovery, or I watched track the puck behind the net really well, but because there was no shot, there's no reason for me to put that in those videos that I'm currently making because then the videos would be so long. So I'm thinking that the stage 2 will allow me to showcase more of those things that I do so that you guys can learn from the things that I'm not already showing in my normal videos that I post every Sunday. So that's stage 2. Then stage 3, this is where it gets a little fun, and I'm excited to do this. I really am. I've been wanting to do this for so long, and I just never had I never thought it was going to be possible to do it because I was just thinking, how can I do this? And it might sound simple, but my work schedule is ridiculous. It's 9:30 p.m. where I am, and it's Sunday, and I got to go to work tomorrow because we work a lot. But my point is, I realized that in order to make even better content for you guys that you guys can learn, a lot of times you guys ask me, especially for beginners and new goalies who are just starting out, how do you do the fundamentals like skating, C cut backwards, shuffling, T pushes, all that stuff, and other things, butterfly. How do I do a butterfly? How do I do a butterfly save or slide? How do I build up the strength of my legs to be able to do those saves and stuff like that? So stage 3, I'll actually be renting the ice like once a month, and I'll be creating a bunch of videos. And those videos will be how-to videos, how to do this, how to do that. And those will be specific for you guys to go in and learn if you don't know the fundamentals or you feel like you're struggling with something specific. And I'll go in and make those how-to videos. But the one thing that's going to be different about these videos versus all the other goalie trainings that you usually see, these are things that most goalies like you and I, if you're watching this, chances are you're either just starting out or you're probably past the potential scouting age. Sorry about that. So chances are you don't play more than once a week, or if you do, you only play games. So the way I'm going to structure stage 3 and those drills are things that you could do by yourself. You don't need to practice. You don't need a shooter. You don't need anybody else besides yourself. And these are things that you can do typically in a warm-up before the game, or if you have a little bit moment after the game, if the Zamboni doesn't get on the ice or whatever, or you're playing pickup. These are things that I want you to focus on while you're you can do while playing your game. So that's my whole idea, because I always see these drills online and I'm like, I can't do anything with these because I don't have 2 shooters. I don't rent the ice, and I'm not going to rent the ice just for myself. And then, you know what I mean? I don't go to goalie camp. So I see these drills. I'm like, that's amazing, but it doesn't benefit me. I wish there was just how-to videos for goalies one-on-one. So I knew exactly what I need to do, how to do a power push, how to do a butterfly slide, how to do a 2-pad stack, because nobody really does those anymore. You know, the fun stuff. where your gloves need to be positionally, all that stuff. Like I want to make a bunch of how-to videos. So that's stage 3. Again, there's 5 stages to this idea. So stage 4, this is where I finally bring in some help, because ultimately, as I mentioned before, I am not a professional goalie. I've never been a goalie coach. I've never played so competitive where I'm like, I know it all. You guys should listen to me. I've never once stated that. I don't believe it for 1 second that I'm better than any of you guys and that I know it all. So I just know that I may be 1 or 2 steps ahead of you guys because I've been playing for over 20 years, that I might be able to help you get to the next stage in your goaltending career. So what I was thinking is like, well, what's the next thing that I can do? And it's pretty obvious, is bring in professional help. Bring in a professional goalie coach or several who could further analyze my videos, but also provide more elite level drills for any goalie who's been playing for a little while. Maybe you've been playing for a couple of years and the fundamental stuff that I'm talking about might not be, like, you might be past that. So I was like, okay, let me bring in a professional goalie coach who can provide you more drills, more things specific to goalies who don't have practices, or specific to goalies who are just starting out. Because again, all the drills I see online are I feel like they're all geared towards goalies who still have a chance at making it to a professional or semi-professional level. And I'm like, that doesn't help me because I don't have those resources. So I want to get a goalie coach on board who can actually help me help you guys, because it's geared towards older goaltenders who are just looking to have fun, but also, you know, like up their save percentage, their goals against average, all that good stuff. Like at the end of the day, I think most of us are competitive and we like to win. So that's my goal. Stage 4 is to bring in a professional goalie coach to, again, further analyze my film, but also to provide more value for you guys. They'll also jump on the Q&A, so if you have questions for them. They'll also help with like, what kind of pre-game stretches should you do, or how should you warm up? What should you do after a game? Perhaps even nutrition, if you guys are interested in nutrition, all that good stuff. That's what stage 4 will be, is providing that extra value to you guys that I don't know. Lastly, stage 5, which is my ultimate goal beyond like everything else that I could ever imagine. But somebody did actually mention it in the comments, and it is my goal to eventually create a way to make this like a virtual goalie coach experience for you guys. So this will allow you to like work with a coach, like almost one-on-one, where you can like either provide sometimes photos, but video of your games, so that they can break it down and tell you what you need to work on specifically and provide you guys with a way to actively like improve on that. So let me know, guys, like, does this sound something really cool? Like, I know it might sound elaborate, and again, it probably is. Like, I don't know how long this will take to get to stage 5. I'm hoping that I could do it sooner than later. But if you guys like this idea, let me know in the comments. I see some people sound sweet. I'm not even a goalie, but I love watching and learning about it. That's awesome, Ryan. Like, that's cool. How do I put my name on the hoodie? I'll answer that after. I'm gonna have a moment where there's Q&A. I'll answer that, but basically just go to the next page after you submit your order. I did what you said and not just put my blocker up. I put my blocker and arm up yesterday, and it helped a lot. Thank you so much. You're the best. Jason, I'm glad it worked. For anybody who doesn't know, like I was saying that you don't always have to stop the puck with your blocker. You can sometimes put your elbow up and you'll actually make a save quicker, because from getting your arm to this versus this, there's a huge time difference. So that was what I was sharing with him. You and Vio goalie should team up. So sad he can't play anymore. I know. I wish Wayne and I'd love to team up with Wayne. It'd be awesome. So yes, so that's basically what my vision is. So if that sounds cool, and does that sound like something you guys would want access to, let me explain kind of my plan, because there's obviously a lot of work involved with this, and you're probably wondering like, okay, like this sounds great and all, but like, what does this mean? Like, how do we get access to it? When will it be made and all this stuff? So what I was thinking is, based on my time frame, I have a goal to have the website up and running in about a month. It will take me some time to create. I'm going to work hard on it over the holiday. But the most amount of time will be me actually going through and cutting out all those goals against, providing a written breakdown of what I think I could have done to improve and to make that save, and to actually get all those videos online and up on the website. And again, I'm going to break it down into like everything, like breakaways, odd man rushes, power plays or penalty kills, blocker goals, glove goals, 5-hole, everything. Like, I'm going to break this down in all the different ways. So what my goal is that once I launch it, it's gonna become a membership site. So if anybody's familiar with membership sites, if anyone has Netflix, you pay a small fee per month to get access to it. So when I launch it, I'm gonna probably launch it for about like $7.99 a month to get access to this, because I am gonna constantly update it. Like I'm always gonna add a new video. Like every time I play a new game and I let in goals or I do stuff, I'm gonna be adding that to the website. So you don't have to worry about the content running out or drying up. Like that was my first thing. I'm like, okay, if this is a monthly thing, then how am I going to continue to provide value? And that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I'm going to always be uploading to it constantly. So once I launch it live publicly, it's going to be like $9.99 a month. Or if somebody wants to sign up for $99.99 a year, you can do that as well. But here's the thing. Because you guys are on the stream and it's almost Christmas, I'm not going to charge you $9.99 a month. Heck, I'm not going to charge you $99 a year. In fact, because you guys are on this live stream right now, I actually want to give you guys access to it for free for life. And all you have to do, if you want access to this idea for free for life, all you have to do, and some of you have already done it, is go to tpshstore.com and get your hoodie. All you need to do is get your hoodie, put your name and number on the back, and that's it. If you do that before the sale ends tonight at midnight, you will have access to this website for free forever. And that might sound crazy, but I honestly will do that. Like for everybody who buys a hoodie and who has bought a hoodie, you guys will have lifetime free access to this website, no matter how crazy good it gets and how much I end up charging for it. Ultimately, you guys will get it for free forever, no questions asked. However, if you ever decide to leave the site and want to come back, then yes, you will have to sign up for it. So this is kind of like, if you've ever heard of the term beta, it's a beta test launch thing where I'm only providing it to you guys because you guys are on the stream live right now. There's 26 of you guys watching right this second. And I want you guys I want to thank you for joining me on the stream, listening to me talk for 46 minutes. And as a thank you for anybody who got this hoodie or is going to get it before the sale at midnight, before it ends at midnight tonight, you guys will get access to this for free. And trust me, as I mentioned, if I put my mind to it, I can accomplish anything as long as I put in the work. And I hope that you guys see that I put in the work, because I try my best every single week to upload a video. Obviously, sometimes I'm away for work and things happen, but I try my best to provide as much value to you guys as possible. So if that sounds good, let me know in the comments. Also, if there's anything you guys want me to add to this website, that's why it's called a beta launch. You guys are going to be the first people to actually access the website before it goes publicly, which means that you'll get to go in and let me know what you guys think. Do you actually like certain elements of it? Are there things that you would want me to change? Do you want me to make it better? Are there things that I put in there that you don't think you'll use? All that good stuff is available to you guys because you guys are joining and getting in before I actually launch it publicly. So again, if you want access to this idea that I have, just go to tpshstore.com, get your hoodie. That shows me that you're serious about stopping the puck and that the puck stops here, and that you guys want to be better goalies and you want access to this training. So go to tpshstore.com right now to go. And again, let me reiterate quickly what each stage of the website is going to be. Again, I don't have 100% timeline of when each thing's going to be, but I'll do my best to make it happen as quickly as possible. But even stage one, I think you guys will get more than enough value out of, because stage one, again, is going to be all my goals against and all of them categorized so that you guys can go in and watch just those goals against and then read my breakdown as well as notes on how I would do things differently if I were in that situation again, so that you guys can start learning right away. That's stage one. Stage two is where I'll create the longer form videos where I'll put a bunch of those goals against, like back to back to back, to show you guys in multiple situations what I did wrong that's very similar. And then I'll show you where I actually started making those saves and what I did differently. And I'll narrate the whole thing and explain why I was able to improve and what I did to go from not making those saves to making those saves. So that's stage two. Then in stage three is where I will start renting the ice and making those how-to videos that you guys can go and practice on your own. You don't need players, you won't need pucks, you won't need like to go and rent the ice yourself. These are things you can do in the warm-up. These are things that you can do after the game, things you can do in between periods if you have the time, and things you could do even off the ice. These are things that I want to share with you that I do that will hopefully help you guys get better, because a lot of goalies, especially like me, and if you play in a men's league or you're not basically in a rep league, you probably don't play or have practices. You know what I mean? So I want to try to gear these towards goalies who don't play more than like once a week, or you play twice a week, or anytime you're on the ice, it's usually a game and you can't actually work on certain things. So that's stage 3. Stage 4 is where I'll bring in a professional goalie coach, and they'll actually, again, further analyze my videos and do those. If you've ever seen those videos where like they draw on the screen with X's and lines and they show you where you should be and all that stuff, that's the type of like training that they're going to provide you, as well as more elite goalie like training drills that you can do on your own. Because again, I'm not an expert. I'm not a professional goalie coach. I may just be a few steps of where you are right now. So that's why I want to bring somebody in who's even a couple more steps further than I am, so that they can help you get to that next level in your goaltending career. And lastly, stage 5, again, is where you will then be able to submit your own footage. If you're filming your games, if you're not, I highly recommend it. But you'll be able to submit your own games and have a goalie coach actually break them down for you to help you get better in your games. Because ultimately, when I started this channel, I didn't realize how much of a difference it would make by watching myself play. And now I will do that. I will never not film a game, even if it's a shinny game, even if it's just a random like trying demo equipment. Like I will always record myself, because it's always insightful on how to become a better goalie by watching yourself. So that is it. That is the big announcement. That's my idea. If that's something that you guys are interested in, then again, all you have to do is go to tpshstore.com right now, get your hoodie, put your name and number on the back. If you customize it, that's it. You will have lifetime free access to this website once it launches and forever, because you guys are serious about stopping the puck here. The puck stops here. That represents a lot more than just my YouTube channel. And again, I'll reiterate, like if anybody didn't know, the puck stops here. There's multiple things when it comes to this logo being on your chest. The first is the obvious, the puck stops here. The chest is the best spot to stop the puck, because that means you were squared, you were in position, and there was no way for them to beat you. The next thing, if you look at the logo, it says the puck stops here, which is before the red line. So the puck should always stop before the red line. And that's basically like the little hidden message behind the puck stops here. Also, it's a crease. Somebody said one time they didn't realize it's a crease. I don't know how, but it's a crease. This is the net here. That's the red like line around it. But anyways, guys, so for the next like 10 or so minutes, I'm going to answer any questions that you guys have about this site, about the hoodie. If there's anything that you feel I left out or spoke about too quickly, or you're interested in anything that I didn't talk about, let me know. Yes, Jason, a lot did happen. Jadine, if that's how you pronounce it, I highly encourage you go to the beginning of the stream and press play, because this was a big announcement. It's super exciting. And I wouldn't do it justice if I quickly just explained it right now. But I'm going to start looking at some comments here. So if you have any questions, write them down below, and let me know if you guys are just about anything. Again, the idea is for this to go live end of January, early February. And then from there, I'm just going to constantly do my best to improve it over and over and over and over again. And actually, I've been thinking about reaching out to a few older coaches who are still actually coaching, to see if maybe they would be interested in helping out as well. So my goal is to make this happen and to be at stage 5 as soon as possible, so that you guys can get as much value out of this as possible. Again, if you're interested in it and you didn't buy a hoodie, it will be $9.99 a month or $99.99 a year if you're interested in it. But I highly encourage you, go buy a $79 hoodie. That's the best hoodie in the world. You can customize it, put your name and number on it for an extra $9.99, and then you're in it for life forever. Like seriously, like it's a no-brainer. That's 7 months worth of content, if you were to pay for it, paid for just by going and getting a hoodie. And this is the best hoodie you'll ever buy. So anyways, again, like I'm just going to look here. I can't play goalie for the rest of the season. I pulled my ACL. That is so unfortunate, Jason. I'm so sorry to hear. Rest up. I don't know how old you are, but rest it, because the ACL is very important. You do not want to risk never being able to play again. So Lightning Hawk 33, you should skate with Trav for Oilers. Him and I have been trying to get together for the longest time. The only time we physically got together was he had a transfer here in Toronto when he was on his way to the States, and he had the night to kill, so he came over, he slept here, and we just talked a little bit, but there was no ice time, unfortunately. And there was another time that was supposed to happen, but it just didn't work out. I would love to get on the ice with him. I think it'd be a lot of fun. So let me see a couple more questions here. You're 14, Jason. Okay, well, you definitely want to make sure you rest it, because if you don't want to hurt it and then not be able to play ever again. Trust me, I'm 28 and I'm still playing and going hard, and I don't plan on stopping until I'm like 65, 70, 80. In fact, I'll probably still play until I physically can't. So make sure it sucks. I know it's hard, but if you listen to the whole webinar, even though you might feel like this is like the worst case scenario, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, so to say. It will get better, and perhaps you'll have a new opportunity that arises because of this and because you're not playing this season. So don't let it bother you too much. Brazilian news: would you ever do a private or semi-private lesson? I live in Toronto. I've never thought about that, and honestly, I would love to. Like, okay, that's wrong. I did think about doing that. I did think about renting the ice and inviting a lot of local goalies to come to it. But again, with my work schedule, it's so difficult. But perhaps I will. Let me look into my schedule, and maybe I'll be able to do that January or February. And maybe we can see if there's any other goalies from Toronto, if they want to get together. Like, if you just help cover the cost of the ice, like, I wouldn't charge you for my time. I think it'd be great, because it also would be great content for me to post and share with everybody else who can't make it. So let's talk about that. Send me a private message on Instagram at @tpsh_goalie if you're not following me already. And let's see if we can get that going. That'd be really cool. All right. Merry Christmas, Sam. Got to go. All right. Have a good night. Merry Christmas to you. Have a Happy New Year as well. Jaden, can you please do a whole video on what you think kids should do and start as a young goalie? That's exactly one of the things that I want to go through and create in this actual website. Is I'm going to have a whole section dedicated to beginner goalies or new goalies starting out, or even people who have played as a player up until they're 17 and then they convert to a goalie. I'm going to have all of that in this website. That is my goal. I want to, like, I realize the most people who watch this are either goalies who are just starting out, or they're goalies who are playing in a men's league that want to get better. So that's who I'm trying to help. I don't need to help the goalies in between, because they're probably better than I am anyways. So 100%. Let's see. I'm 26. I'm just getting into hockey and playing goalie. I'm still learning how to skate and going to stick in pucks whenever I can. Got any advice? Yes, Jake. Like, the number one thing is doing exactly what you're doing. Just get out there as much as possible. Practice your skating as much as possible. If you're wearing goalie skates, I know it's probably weird to wear compared to player skates if you've worn player skates. But biggest thing is just learning how to skate, your T-pushes, your shuffles, and all that good stuff, and your balance. And then the next thing would be like positional. Make sure you're in the right position, whether or not you're far or close to the net. There's a lot of stuff. And again, this is something that I want to create in this website. I want to create literally my whole guide to starting as a goalie, what I would do if I was starting out from scratch all the way to where I am right now. I want to make a whole like list of videos on what I would do step by step on how to get better. So that I will definitely include in that website. So if you haven't yet, go get your hoodie, because you don't want to miss out. It's going to be amazing content in there. So let's see here. Will we get a code for this website or something like that if we buy a hoodie? So you won't need a code, because you buy the hoodie. I actually get your contact information with your name and your email address. So what I will do is actually take your name and email address, and I will automatically create accounts for all of you, so you don't have to worry about it. Or I can easily make a website, like a page where you go and just create your account for the first time, and that will be it. But I'll email you that link. So nobody will have it publicly, only you will get that link. So there won't be like a code you'll need. It will literally just be like, here's the private link, go and create your account, and then once you're in, you're in. Hey champ, hey, what's up? Sam, I have to meet up and hang out with you. You are the nicest guy in the world. Thanks, Jason, I appreciate that. Definitely. I would love to do a get together. I think it'd be really cool. Jaden, I'm 11 and want to be a goalie. I'm a player right now. Well, you should definitely get going on being a goalie. Like, the earlier you start, the better. There's no saying, like, it doesn't mean that you can't start later. You could definitely start later. I've had people reach out to me who's like 35 and they just started. But the younger you are, the easier it is to build those habits, because like I was saying, I built a habit of dropping my glove from a young age, and that carried over to me now 28. I'm finally correcting it. So if you start now at 11, you still have technically, that's 17 years younger than me. I'm terrible at math. Oh my gosh. However many years younger than I am, you have all that time to improve and get better and build those proper habits. So my point is just definitely start earlier if you can. Do a video on how to coach a newish peewee kid on how to slide/butterfly style. That's a great idea. And that's one thing also, like the goalie coach or coaches that I bring in, I also want them to provide training drills that you guys could use if you also, say you're a parent and you have a young kid who's starting out as a goalie and you want to help them with their game. I want to create like some drills that you can use to help them as well. Like, I have so many ideas, like I really do. And I want you guys to help me make this the best possible website for goalies starting out and who are in like men's league in the world. Like I want it to be the ultimate website for that as well. So, all right. By the way, you should coach. I coach, and it's just awesome. It's cool to teach a kid and watch him get better. I would love to coach. I just, because of my work schedule, I don't have the time, and I would hate to like let people down. I think that's my biggest thing. I don't want to let people down. So goalie 15190. How do I customize a hoodie again? All you do is once you place your order and you put your like information in and your payment information, it'll take you to the next page where it'll ask you if you want to customize it. That's because some people didn't want to customize it, so I didn't want to make it confusing. I just simplified it by like, here you get the hoodie. Once you place the order, you go to the next page, and then you put your name and number on that. And the next page, there's a special offer, which I haven't shared publicly, and I probably won't, but maybe I should. But basically, if you go there, you'll see the special offer, and then you'll see everything that you purchase. So yeah, just go to the next page. Once you submit your order for your hoodie, the next page will ask you how to customize it or what you want to put on it. Shaggy hair. Sam, when will be the next time your hoodies will be for sale? I just had a baby, kind of broke. Shaggy hair, I wish I knew your name. I think you told me, but I forget this moment, so I'm really sorry. Unfortunately, I don't think these hoodies are going to be available again. I know that sucks. I know that might really suck, especially in your situation. If you have a kid, I understand. My friend just had a kid, and there's so many unexpected costs, and I understand. But unfortunately, the amount of effort that goes into getting these made is a lot more than what you guys might think. It's not just me placing an order online and they get shipped to me and we're call it a day, or they get shipped to you guys. I had to design these with the manufacturer, so at least that part is done. But then the gentleman who's making them, he has to hit certain quotas, like minimums, in order to make these hoodies. It's not like he could just order one at a time. So for him to do that, I have to hit a certain minimum order. And because I just like did this sale now, I don't think I probably wouldn't be able to sell this for like another year or even later, because everybody who wants one probably just bought one or is about to buy one. And then from there, I also have other ideas and things that I want to offer you guys. But because I never wanted this channel to become like me only selling you guys merch and merch and merch, I hate that idea. I was just like, this will be the last time I'll sell this version of this hoodie. And like I said, so also on top of the manufacturing minimums that I have to hit, it also, because if they were to ship it to me in Canada, that's added time in the process to get these made. And then I also have to ship a bunch of them back to the United States, which then take even more time. But then also when they ship them across the border, I'm gonna have to pay COD on them, which will then make the price of these hoodies more expensive. And I did my best to keep the cost as low as possible. To be honest, last time I sold these hoodies, I didn't make any money. I actually lost some money because the shipping expenses were something I did not expect, how expensive it is to ship. And lastly, because I have to go pick them up in the States, I have to drive 6 hours one way to meet the guy to get them, and then I go to the post office and I ship them there. So it's like a full day for me to go out of the way to get these hoodies, to pick them up, to ship them to you guys. This way here, you don't have to wait like an extra 2 weeks for them to get to me and then for me to get them to you. And they might get held up in customs and all that stuff, and then they end up costing more money because I'll have to pay the COD on them. So that is why I can't just sell these all the time, and I am extremely, extremely sorry, and I apologize. I really wish I could. I wish I could just keep these available all the time. But for anybody who doesn't know, I'm going to kind of lean it a little bit down right now. It's all 100% custom stitched. Even the sleeves are stitched. You can see the stitching here. This is actually embroidered onto the sleeves. This is embroidered. You can probably see, not really, my camera quality is really bad. Let me see if I can get a little closer. I don't know if you could see, but it's all embroidered, and it's like crisscross patterns on all of the blue. Like this is high quality. Like even the back too, I'll stand up so you can see it here. Like all of this, even the name, like I don't know if you guys can see it. Like all of it is the highest quality physically that I could have got. Like I looked and looked and looked for manufacturers. I came across this brand, this company, and I was like, they're the ones that I want to use because they provide quality. So I don't want to skimp out and go and get cheaper versions of this made. And it's American made, so that even costs more. Like these aren't made in China. Like these are made in the States, in Michigan, which is awesome. And I'm happy to support this company because they're just amazing. So sorry, Shaggy Hair, I really do apologize, but they will not be available again. In fact, I don't know the next time I'm going to sell anything. So this might be the last time you can buy something for a really long time. So please keep that in mind. If you haven't gotten one yet and you really want one, highly recommend you get it now before midnight, because that's when the sale will be over. Yeah. McNally's Crease, do you ever plan on collaborating with another YouTuber? I would love to. I would love to. And like I've mentioned a few times, like my schedule is so packed. Like literally I work Monday to Friday, probably like 10 to 12 hours each day. And then I have to commute to work. Like I drive about an hour in the morning and then half an hour. So during the week, like I'm shot. Like I can't really do anything. And then on the weekends is my time to make up for spending time with my girlfriend, spending time with my family, making these videos for you guys, and then playing hockey as well. So at the end of the day, like those 2 days that I get on the weekend, they're so packed with everything that I wish I could do during the week. That's really hard, but I would love to. If I could do a collaboration with like another YouTuber, I would love to do that. And if anybody's interested in collaborating with me, let me know. I would love to do something. Next question, Hockey with Joe. Do you get chirped or have players try to hurt you for having GoPro on the helmet? If yes, how do you manage and handle this? It's a very good question. That's a very good question. And no, actually, I get chirped more by the refs. Surprisingly, one in particular, if you watched the game that I played and he handed me, like asked me if I wanted to eat gum, he likes to chirp me a little bit. He usually likes to pull at the strings and like, he's like, there's no scouts out there. What are you doing? And then like tonight, he reffed my game tonight and they scored on me. I'm like, that's all right, guys, we'll get it back. And he's skating by. He's like, no, you won't. And he's like, but he just does it for fun. Mostly players do not chirp me. However, I think they might chirp my players on my team, so I appreciate them being able to take that. But for the most part, I think once I start playing and if I'm having a good game, they don't have much to chirp me on. And I think that's where like I wouldn't do this, I think, if I was a really, really bad goalie, because then it would just be like, no, actually, I probably still would, because that's how you get better, like exactly how you get better. So at the end of the day, how do I manage and deal with it? I don't care. I think that's what it comes down to. At the end of the day, I know that these videos are helping you guys. They're helping me. I'm getting better. And at the end of the day, what's one person's opinion versus like helping thousands of people get better at playing hockey and being a goalie? And also at the end, like I look at it like I'm going to have kids one day. I'm going to have grandkids one day. I'm going to have this YouTube channel and be like, look at what your father or grandfather used to play. Like, look how good I used to be. I know I'm old now and I can't really do anything, but look how good I used to be. And like, it's just good memories for me. Like I thoroughly enjoy this YouTube experience. I never thought in a million years I hit 10,000 plus subscribers. And here we are at 11 something. And anyways, that's how I deal with it. I don't care. I don't care about people's opinion. If they care, that's good. Let it bother their game, not mine. So hopefully that answers your question. What would you prefer for me, roller hockey or ice hockey? What would you prefer for me, roller hockey? Well, Jaden, whatever it is that you want to do, it's not what I want you to do. I prefer ice hockey because I played roller hockey once, and with rollerblades, I couldn't shuffle. I couldn't really do anything, so I hated it. I couldn't slide. Because I came from ice hockey, then I went to roller because I thought, oh, that'd be a good thing to do during the summer to keep me like playing in net. It was a mistake because I was so used to being able to slide and do the things on the ice that I couldn't do in roller, that I only played for one season. Also, it's so hot in those in arenas when you don't have ice. So it was just not for me. I was like, I'm never playing roller again. I even tried playing with shoes on. It didn't work out. So whatever you prefer, though, ultimately, it also depends on where you live. Some people don't have access to ice rinks all over the place like I do. So if roller hockey is the only option, that's what I would recommend you do. Mike. Okay, Shaggy here. Mike, that's your name. Okay, I will remember that, Mike. All right. Now the next one, Gregory, can't wait to get my hoodie. I can't wait for you to get it as well. These are the best hoodies I've ever owned. Like, honestly, I'm not saying that I'm not biased. I might be a little biased, but ultimately, like, I went out with the goal of finding the best hoodie that I can make for you guys, and this is what I came up with. And I think I literally would wear it every day. Like, the people at my work make fun of me. They're like, oh, you're wearing the hoodie again. You're wearing the hoodie again. You're wearing the hoodie again. I'm like, yeah, it's winter now, and it's my excuse to be able to wear this every day, even though I have a bunch of other hoodies. Like, this is my go-to hoodie. And I don't care what people think. I love it. I'm going to wear it every day. Okay, Mike, I understand, brother. No biggie. When you have another, please believe I'm getting one. All right, Mike, I will let you know if I ever do another hoodie. You will be the first person I will let you know. McNally's Crease, will you be doing T-shirts and hats again and toques? That's a good question. I mean, I might, but again, like I said, I don't ultimately want to make this channel all about selling merch. Like, the idea of selling merch all the time was just like, I don't know, I'm not like Logan Paul or something where it's like every video, link in description, get your merch, all that stuff. Like, I want to do these one-off like random sales. But I don't want to have it open all the time. I just think that I don't want to like give you guys any reason to think that I'm not genuinely making these videos because I want to. Like I actually want to make these videos, and having a merch shop makes me feel like those YouTubers are just doing it for the money, and they're not actually genuinely excited about making their content. So I hope that makes sense. And I know it might be weird logic. That's just how I feel. Maybe in a year from now, I might change my mind. If you guys keep bugging me, like I want to buy a shirt, I want to buy a hat, like then I'll do that. But for right now, I just think like I'm focused on getting these guys to you because I loved it so much, and everybody from the first sale till now has been asking to get one. So I was like, okay, I'll do another run of them. I wish I was able to do it sooner so you'd get them on Christmas. But I was just like, I'm gonna take the opportunity. I'm just gonna do it for 1 week only. If you want it, go and get it. If not, that's totally cool too. So will you ever do some design on your mask? I've been thinking about that, and yes, I think I will do something on my mask. I haven't decided just yet what it will be, and I also have to look for a time period where I'll have like a couple weeks off, if not a month off, where they can actually go and paint my helmet so it's ready for when I get back on the ice. So, or I might wrap it. I haven't decided yet. Hopefully. Brian Adams, I can't find the hoodie on your website. Did you go to TP? I'll write it in here. TPSH store, STOR.com. Let me see if I can like make it so that like it's a hyperlink type thing. Okay. See if you can click on that. I don't know if you can, maybe. That's where you'll go and it'll take you right to the page and you'll see the hoodie where you can order it. There's 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 10 seconds left. So make sure you go and do that now. All right, let's see. Will you ever do another? I can't find the hoodie on your website. Okay, Jason, make Goalie Kid. Goalie Kid, I'm coaching. I'm telling him to watch your videos and try to learn a lot. Great, I appreciate that. I think they will learn a lot from watching this. So anyways, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. McNally's Crease, when you get your helmet, will you be doing a big unveil? Yeah, I'll probably do a live stream like this, or I'll make a really epic video with like really cool close-ups, and like maybe I'll just get smoke machines. Maybe I'll do something really, really, really cool. I don't know. I'll have fun with it though. If not, worst case, I will do a live stream like this, because obviously if I'm going to get that painted, it's not going to be as extreme as this one, but it will definitely be something cool. So anyways, guys, again, if you want access to this website, just go to tpshstore.com. Get your hoodies today. Make sure to customize it, and you will get free lifetime access to it forever, regardless of whatever price it is at the time. You will get free access. So make sure you guys go to tpshstore.com right now. I put the link in the description, or sorry, I put the link. I guess I can't pin it, but anyways, it's there. I commented it. I'll put it in the description of this video once I end this live stream and it becomes just a regular video. Until then, guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope that you guys will get as much value as I am planning to give you out of this website. And if you get the hoodie, I am super excited for you guys to get it. You will love it. Trust me, you will not regret it one bit if you get the hoodie. So happy holidays to all of you guys. Happy New Year's. And over this break, I go to work tomorrow, but over the next week after tomorrow, I will be creating some videos for you guys, like other games that I've played that I haven't posted before on the Wednesday team that I play on. So I'm going to be getting into some editing and finishing those videos so I can start uploading, hopefully in the new year, twice a week. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to the live stream. I appreciate all of you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.